So the next brother, the next brother I'm about to bring to the stage, I was reading his bio, right? And like all these different songs start playing, start playing in my head, right? I'm just like, God damn, what was that doing on, what was it, 5 Heartbeats? He was like, geez, what do you guys don't do, right? But I instantly thought of The Knight in Shining Armor, right? And this goes to Uptown Surge.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Like Sai said, everybody know me as Uptown Surge, the hood abolitionist. So first I want to thank you, Sai, for doing this because, honestly, people, formerly incarcerated people that's out here doing the work, we don't do it for attention, but it feels good to be recognized. And we need that motivation and that encouragement. And so thank you for that. When I was 19, I went to prison. I came home last year. I served over almost 22 years straight. And I know how difficult it is to make the transition on the inside. The work that we all doing out here doesn't start out here, it started inside.
Yeah.
And I know how difficult it is because when you're inside and you make that transition from a person with a criminal mentality to a person with a revolutionary mentality, you get criticized. People think that you're doing it as a fraud. People think you're doing it for parole. People think that you're living a double life. When you go home, you're going to commit crimes, you're going to be a criminal, you're going to be back in prison. And we are all a testament to the fact that that's a false narrative right there. The last grade I completed was the 8th. I've been told my whole life that I would be dead or in prison by the age I was 21. Half of that was right. I did go to prison. But when I was in there, I ended up doing over 5 years in solitary confinement. And when I was back there, I met the men who would change my life. I met Russell Maroon Schultz. I met JoJo Bowen, Mumia Abu-Jamal, Salim Hallbrook, Shaka Bona Marshall, Eric Riddick, many, many others. These are the men who surrounded me, who wouldn't let me continue to go down the path that I was going. And I'm very grateful for y'all. When COVID hit, everything that I thought I stood for was put to the test because Shaka Bona reached out to me through email and said, "You're our next editor of the Movement magazine." He didn't ask me. It's like, "You're our next editor." Now I know that I'm under the gun because I have an obligation to speak out against what's going on in the inside of prison as a person who was about to see parole. And I did what I do. And I became, an enemy to the administration. But I'm glad that I stood the way I stood because it worked out and they respected me because of it. They ended up kicking me up out of there. And now I'm out here with all of you fine folks. So when I came home, I jumped into politics right away. I worked on campaigns. And because of that, I was hired as an organizer for a political party. 8 months later, I was hired as the assistant to the executive director of the Abolitionist Law Center. And when people congratulate me on stuff like that, I always tell them that it's not just because of me. It's because of the people who protected me on the inside. It's because of the people who saw something in me, things that I didn't even see in myself. I told DeWine earlier, he's somebody I was following even on the inside because everybody hears about NOMO, everybody hears about the great things going on. And you see people like that and you know it's possible. So I want to say I appreciate you, brother, for embracing me also when you ain't even know me. So I'm going to end that right there. And by the way, in case y'all wondering, I didn't dress myself. I'm not that good. So shout out Rashida for that. Thank you, Sam. For everything that you do for us and for the community. And thank all of y'all because I know it's not as easy as some people think it might be. Thanks, y'all.